Some museums don't just hold art, they are the art. From royal palaces to futuristic visions rising from the desert, these spaces are living masterpieces. Today we're counting down the top 5 most beautiful museums in the world. And trust me, the most breathtaking of them all will be revealed at the very end. The Louvre in Paris is the world's most visited museum, home to masterpieces like the Mona Lisa and Venus de Milo. Once a royal palace, its iconic glass pyramid now welcomes millions to explore 9,000 years of art and history. Designed by Frank Gehry, the building features a distinctive flowing design incorporating titanium, limestone, and glass, with a striking central atrium and a large river-facing boat gallery. A vast complex of public museums located within Vatican City, housing one of the world's largest collections of art and artifacts amassed by the Catholic Church and papacy over centuries. One of the largest and oldest museums in the world, it possesses a massive collection of art and cultural artifacts. Watch till the end, the #1 museum will shock you. Originally built in the late 12th century as a fortress under King Philip II, the Louvre evolved into a lavish royal residence during the Renaissance. King Francis I, who brought Leonardo da Vinci to France, laid the foundation for the Louvre's collection by acquiring the Mona Lisa. Later, Napoleon expanded it further, filling its halls with treasures from across Europe. The Louvre became a museum for the people in 1793, during the French Revolution, an extraordinary idea at the time, turning royal collections into a public treasure. Its most iconic feature today, the glass pyramid, was designed by Chinese-American architect I.M. Pei, and unveiled in 1989. At first, Parisians despised it, calling it an alien invasion in the courtyard of a royal palace. But over time, the pyramid came to symbolize the perfect union of past and future, and the Louvre has seen its share of drama. In 1911, the Mona Lisa was stolen by an Italian handyman who believed the painting should return to Italy. The theft shocked the world and ironically made the painting more famous than ever. During World War II, curators secretly evacuated masterpieces like the Winged Victory of Samothrace and Venus de Milo, hiding them across the French countryside to keep them safe from Nazi looting. Every stone of the Louvre tells a story of kings and emperors, revolutions and scandals, masterpieces lost and found. It is not just a museum but a mirror of French history itself. And while Paris holds the crown of tradition, across the border in Spain, a futuristic marvel was about to change everything. In the 1980s, Bilbao was a city fading into industrial decline. Then came Frank Gehry's radical vision, a swirling sculpture of titanium, glass, and limestone. When it opened in 1997, the museum didn't just bring art, it brought life back to the city. But it wasn't smooth sailing. Many critics mocked the design as bizarre and wasteful, predicting it would be a disaster. Instead, the Guggenheim sparked what became known as the Bilbao effect, a cultural and economic rebirth so powerful that it turned a forgotten port city into a global destination. Inside, the museum broke conventions too. Massive installations like Richard Serra's towering steel sculptures redefined what museum space could be. Bilbao's gamble on bold architecture was risky, but it paid off in a way that changed how cities around the world think about culture, art, and survival. And while Bilbao reinvented the future, another museum farther north was preserving the weight of an empire's past. The Vatican Museums in Vatican City are one of the largest and most visited museum complexes in the world. Founded in 1506 when Pope Julius II displayed the famous statue Laocoon and his sons, the collection has grown for centuries under successive popes. Today, it holds masterpieces from ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome, as well as Renaissance icons like Raphael and Michelangelo. Highlights include the Raphael rooms, the Gallery of Maps, and the iconic spiral staircase. But the crown jewel is the Sistine Chapel, where Michelangelo's ceiling and the Last Judgment continue to inspire millions. More than just a museum, the Vatican Museums are a living bridge between art, faith, and history, welcoming over 6 million visitors every year. Founded in 1764 by Catherine the Great with just 225 paintings, the Hermitage now holds over 3 million works of art. Its crown jewel, the Winter Palace, designed by Italian architect Bartolomeo Rastrelli, dazzles with Baroque opulence, gold-leafed ceilings, marble staircases, and endless galleries. But this palace of art has also witnessed revolution. In 1917, Bolshevik forces stormed the Winter Palace during the Russian Revolution, forever changing the fate of Russia. Later, during World War II, as Nazi forces laid siege to Leningrad, the Hermitage's masterpieces were secretly evacuated east. The empty frames were left hanging on the walls as silent reminders of what had once been there. Even today, walking its corridors feels like stepping into a living chronicle of empires, revolutions, and resilience. But while the Hermitage guards centuries of history, Greece chose to look both backward and forward, building a museum where the ancient and modern meet under one roof. And finally, the most beautiful museum of them all. From Paris to Qatar, we've seen museums that guard history, inspire revolutions, and even revive cities. But in the heart of the desert, one museum doesn't just preserve a nation's story, it embodies it. The National Museum of Qatar in Doha is one of the most striking modern museums in the world. Designed by French architect Jean Nouvel, it officially opened in 2019 and immediately became a symbol of Qatar's cultural identity. Its design is inspired by the Desert Rose, a unique crystal formation found in the Qatari desert, and this influence is reflected in the museum's dramatic interlocking disc shapes. The result is a futuristic sculptural landmark that seems to rise organically from the desert sands, stretching gracefully along Doha's waterfront. At sunset, its pale, stone-like surfaces catch the light, making the building itself feel like a piece of art. Stepping inside, visitors are taken on a journey through time. The museum tells the story of Qatar from its geological origins millions of years ago, to the daily lives of Bedouin nomads who once roamed its vast deserts. It highlights the country's reliance on pearl diving, which sustained its economy before the discovery of oil, and then moves into the rapid transformation that oil wealth brought, shaping Qatar into the modern, global hub it is today. The exhibits go beyond static displays. Immersive films, oral histories, and interactive installations draw people into the narrative, allowing visitors to not just see history but feel it. Beyond being a repository of culture, the museum is also a stage for Qatar's ambitions. It represents the nation's desire to preserve its heritage while embracing innovation and modernity. With its blend of storytelling, architecture, and technology, the National Museum of Qatar stands as both a cultural treasure and an architectural icon, one that embodies the soul of a nation balancing its ancient traditions with its vision for the future. So, which of these museums would you visit first? Let us know in the comments. And remember, art doesn't always hang on walls. Sometimes it surrounds you. If you're enjoying this video, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell for more.